But really, the reason why I got you here today was to tell you, just start somewhere. You know what's crazy is that I actually feel like I'm flushing, but I don't think I am. I'm not, but I feel like I am. Hey everybody, and welcome to Blushing Phoenix. My name is April and I help people move past their redness and into living their best life. Now, if you found this channel and you don't blush and you don't flush, but you found one of my other videos that talks about like being healthy in your mental health, exercise, other great encouraging words, because that's what we do here, then it's not always about just moving past your redness. You can insert whatever your insecurity is in that redness slot, and I help people move past their that's what we do here. Today I want to talk to you about talking about your insecurities. For those of you who've been around for a while, you know that I created this channel so that I could talk about how I was being impacted by turning red. I was chest flushing a lot, splotches going up my chest and neck and up my face, and it was making me deteriorate on the inside. So one day I just had this thought in the shower that this is something I should talk about, which my first honest response to myself was, I don't freaking think so. But it just kept weighing on me. You know how you have this like calling of, you know, you need to do something and you try to ignore it, but it just gets louder and louder and louder? That's kind of what it was. And what was it, 2019, 2020, 21, almost 3 years later, here we are. So today I specifically want to talk to you about why I started my YouTube channel, how to start some sort of YouTube channel or outlet for you to be able to talk about certain things, and most importantly, how to get those insecurities and those struggles and those challenges out of here and out there. Not only does it help you, it helps others who may need the information from what you've been going through. Shh. You know how they say one man's trash is another man's treasure? I think the same thing even with our struggles and our challenges, is that sometimes what you have gone through is somebody else's treasure, because if you tell your story and you share about what you've been through, even if you're still in the midst of it and you're coming out of it, that could be gold to somebody else who is struggling. It's kind of like, shameless plug. It's kind of like how I wrote my book, Pressing Forward. Pressing through fear and anxiety to find my truest self. This book is all about my story of overcoming anxiety and depression and suicidal ideations and just this crazy whirlwind of mental health stuff and how I would overcome it. Now, I started writing this book when I was in the middle of the valley, struggling hard. It has gone through many revisions, and so the final outcome was not what the manuscript was, but the manuscript was me writing about being healed before I was being healed. And I've had numerous people get this book off Amazon and tell me that it has helped them significantly. One man's trash is another man's treasure. My book is not trash. You know what I mean? Like, my struggles is somebody else's treasure. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right, back to the video. I started a YouTube channel to talk about my major insecurity with neck flushing. The whole purpose of starting the channel was just so I would have an outlet, and one of my biggest fears was telling people about it. I did not want to talk to people in my personal life about it, so I figured if I just talked to strangers on the internet, maybe that would help me. And now there are over 1,000 of you, and needless to say, I'm definitely not talking to nobody out there on the internet anymore. These are real people, you are real people, and I'm so glad you're here. But this wouldn't even exist, this video wouldn't even be happening had I not taken that first step to record myself talking about something that I was really struggling with. So if you're coming into the new year, or whenever you're watching this video, and you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, you're wanting to write that book, you're wanting to lead those seminars, you're wanting to start that coaching business, whatever the case may be, because you want to take something that has really been hard for you and move it into action towards helping somebody else, I'm here to tell you, you should absolutely do it. So for the purposes of this video, let's talk about how I started my YouTube channel, how I wrote my book. I can go into more detail about this. I'm kind of being funny here today because I've been treating these videos recently in the new year, the Time to Change series, as if you and I are on a FaceTime or a Zoom call and we're just chit-chatting back and forth. And that's what this is. So let me know in the comments below if you would like me to share more information, like for real, on how I started my channel or how I wrote my book or both. So let's start with the channel. So for my channel, all I did literally was just turn on my camera and start recording. For me, I had a camera because my husband got me one because I've been talking about doing videos of inspiration. Not this. I literally did not think I would be talking about this, but actual like inspiring videos on an April Pointer YouTube channel. So I just turned my camera on and started talking. You can watch that video, I'll link it below. It's terrible, but it's raw and it's real. And it's where I was when I started this journey. You may hear this all over YouTube if you watch how to start a YouTube channel. Use your phone. A lot of our phones have cameras that are honestly better than some cameras. Just turn your phone on. I would advise you to turn it to the side so that it records from the side, because if you record from like the long way, it kind of just makes you small when you try to post that on YouTube. Learn that the hard way. Don't worry about all the technical pieces. Just turn a camera on, start talking. I can tell you how to edit, I can tell you how to do thumbnails, but you can find that information yourself, just like I did. It is all over the internet. You can find it on YouTube. You know, I'm always going to tell you, go look on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Google, which usually is going to take you to a video that's going to give you a tutorial that's on YouTube. Might as well just use YouTube. Don't get caught in all the technical pieces and let it shut you down. Just start moving into action, which for me, in my case with doing my YouTube channel, was just to start talking. And then strategy comes later, and making things look more refined and doing intro videos. You just learn as you go. I had no clue what I was doing when I showed up here. I just was really deflated and sharing about my Flushing experience. Want to write a book? This book took me 5 years to write. You know why? Because I just wouldn't write it. So here's my advice when it comes to writing a book. This is your year to write it. You know how you're going to get it done? You're gonna write it. You're gonna stop thinking about all the what ifs, what people would think, who's gonna get mad, who's gonna hate on you. You can use all these external things as your excuse as to why you're not writing the book, but at the end of the day, it's just because you're not writing it. You're not doing the work. And to write a book takes focus and concentration, and it takes diligence and discipline, and then you write the book. Don't worry about where the publisher is going to come from. Don't worry about what's going to happen next. Just write the book. My husband always gave me this really great piece of advice when I was writing my book and I would struggle with all those little like, what do I do next? What do I do next? He would just center me back and say, just write the book. Just write the book. Just write the book. I mean, I can't tell you how many times he told me that. And what he was saying that for is so that when, not if, when the opportunity comes for me to get my book published, my book will be ready. And all I got to do is just hand over the book. And I'll tell this story another day at another time on another video because #content. But that moment did come where my opportunity was right in front of me. And guess what happened when the opportunity presented itself? I had the book ready. I didn't have to say, oh shoot, well let me go finish the book that I never started. I had the book ready. So really I captivated you into this video by talking to you about how I was going to start a YouTube channel and how I was going to write my book and how you could start your YouTube channel or whatever outlet you want. But really the reason why I got you here today was to tell you, just start somewhere. The things that have happened to you and the things that you've been through and the things that you have overcome are not little things. Sometimes it might feel a little small because it's your life and it just feels normal to you, but your normal things that you have overcome could be the ticket to life for somebody else. You may have the hope that they need from your story. Our stories are so powerful. And if there's one thing I've learned through writing my book and having this YouTube channel, it's that what we have to say matters. And what we've been through is not empty. It wasn't for nothing. And we can take those elements, those pieces of our lives, and we can become victims to it, and we can get crushed under the pressure of the pain and the resentment and the injustice, or we can take it, move that energy out to help others, because somebody needs to know what you know. It might seem real simple to you. Sometimes I share things on this channel that I'm like, this was so basic and simple and dumb. And then I get comments or messages from people that are like, your best video ever. Thank you so much. I needed this so much. And we just forget that the things that we sometimes feel are really insignificant, or how we can sometimes sabotage our brain, like this is dumb, nobody cares. They do care, and they may never say a word about it. You may not get validation. You may not get some sort of affirmation of somebody saying thank you. But I'm telling you, because I have experienced this so many times on the giving end and on the receiving end, that it matters. So start somewhere. You don't have to do it all in one day. You don't have to know the next steps. You just need to know what you need to do today and start doing that thing today, and then tomorrow, and then tomorrow. I heard this quote earlier that said, the future isn't built tomorrow, your future is built today, I think, or something like that. The future is built, let me look it up so I get it right. The future isn't built. Okay, maybe I made that up. Okay, so I might have made that up and completely messed up the quote, but basically my paraphrasing and how I perceived what I heard was that our future is not built tomorrow, it is built today. It's built by what we do today. Take that information and do with it what you like, but if you are coming into this year, coming into this season and feeling like it is time to do something different, it's time to share, it's time to write, it's time to use video and express myself, it's time to do, you fill in the blank for whatever it is that you know you want to do, and that thing that sits on you in the quiet moments that comes up, like, hey, remember me? Remember me? I thought we were going to do that thing right there. Start somewhere. Whew, I get super passionate about this, but there's absolutely nothing special. I mean, there's a lot of things special about me that I believe are special about me, but not in comparison to anybody else. You catch my drift? Start somewhere, because you're worth it and you deserve it. And why the hell not? All right. I need to go. It's been a good chat. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.